just, hey, throw me and my boy the bag and we straight, you know what I mean? Shit, how much you charging? This right here gonna get, like, this guy right here gonna take it up. I'm not Javante. I'm not Andre. I'm like, it's bigger than that. You ain't, bro, I ain't asking for a whole bunch of money or nothing.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So what you just heard was the voice of undefeated two-division world champion superstar boxer Jermall "Hitman" Lions Only Charlo, who is 33 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 6 foot tall with a 74-inch arm reach. He calls in to Adam Ross show, and he's completely inebriated. He's completely drunk. And Jermall Charlo, we know, was outside the sport of boxing for 2.5 years, since June of 2021, because he was dealing with mental health and just personal issues outside the sport of boxing. And Jermall Charlo made his ring return November 25th of 2023 after 2.5 years. And if you keep in mind, Jermall Charlo was actually supposed to fight Canelo Alvarez in September, but he had to pull out of that fight with Canelo Alvarez due to the same issues that he's dealing with now, right? And he stated he wasn't physically and mentally in a place to fight Canelo Alvarez, so his identical twin brother, Jermall Charlo, filled in, hence the reason why Canelo Alvarez moved off of his normal date of Mexican Independence Day weekend, and he didn't fight until September 30th because they had a change in plans. And so Canelo Alvarez ended up fighting Jermall Charlo instead of Jermall Charlo. Now, Jermall Charlo is reportedly scheduled to fight Canelo Alvarez May 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend. And just yesterday, Jermall Charlo is calling in Adam Ross' show, and he's completely inebriated again. Now, we saw him when he stated that he wasn't in talks with Premier Boxing Champion founder and advisor Al Heyman since his last fight, right? When people were saying, well, you're going to fight Canelo Alvarez in your next fight. And he said, it's not confirmed until it's confirmed because I haven't talked to Al Heyman since my last fight. And then he stated, but I did tell them that I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So that was a bit of a contradiction, because if you didn't talk to them, how could you tell them that you was willing to do whatever it takes to make the fight happen? And now we see that he was there partying, and he stated that he was doing it for Valentine's Day with his significant other. Well, now he's calling into the show, Aiden Ross, and he's completely inebriated again. And we are already going into March, and this fight is supposed to take place in May. This would be right up the alley of Canelo Alvarez, because he's hindered, right? He's not himself. Now, he fought against Jose Benavidez Jr., and he looked good in that fight against Jose Benavidez Jr., but that fight was supposed to be at 160 pounds, and he wanted to be at 165, and it ended up he just missed weight and just came in whatever weight he so choose. And now Canelo Alvarez is a massive draw. It's a massive payday. It's a massive opportunity. Canelo Alvarez is a 4-division champion. He's the undisputed super middleweight world champion. He is widely acknowledged as the face of the sport of boxing. And he's 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age. There's a big storyline that Canelo Alvarez just beat his identical twin brother, dropped him in the 7th round, and won a unanimous decision. It's the revenge tour, right? There's a big storyline that you can make of this fight, right? But Jermall Charlo seems to be once again dropping the ball. And in his clip, as you can hear, he's saying he's a bigger superstar than Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney. That's what he's saying. He's asked. Aiden Ross says, well, I have guys, I usually don't charge people. People don't charge me to commentate. And I have mega stars like Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and Andre Berto. They did it for me for free. And he goes, well, I'm bigger than they are, right? This just lets you know, that he's completely inebriated, right? He's not in his right mind. And this is alarming. This is very, very alarming. He's not a bigger star than Gervonta Tank Davis by no stretch of the imagination. He's not a bigger star than Devin Haney, and he's definitely not a bigger star than Ryan Garcia, okay? Gervonta Tank Davis has done multiple pay-per-views that over 200,000. Devin Haney has done multiple pay-per-views. Ryan Garcia has a huge following. they're bigger stars than Jermall Charlo simply because Jermall Charlo is out of sight, out of mind, right? And he hasn't been active, and he's dealing with all these issues. Now, he and his identical twin brother, Jermall Charlo, they did a joint pay-per-view together, but it wasn't very successful. So now he had the opportunity to grow, but he's dropping the ball. See, he's dropping the ball in a bad way, right? And so this is truly, truly unfortunate because I really thought that he was on the road to recovery. And I felt it was a little bit alarming seeing him, partying and drinking on Valentine's Day, right? Because you need to stay far clear away from that type of partying, right? Of that type of use, right? When you're trying to get yourself back together, because it's a rabbit hole you can quickly find yourself going back down. And it seems like he's quickly going back down. Listen.
Yeah, hey, throw me and my boy the bag and we straight, you know what I mean? Shit, how much you charging? This right here gonna get like this guy right here gonna take it up. I'm not Javante. I'm not Andre. I'm like it's bigger than that. You ain't like, bro, I ain't asking for a whole bunch of money or nothing.
So he's saying, I'm not Gervonta Tank Davis. This is going to be a next level. Nobody confuses Jermall Charlo with being a bigger superstar than Gervonta Tank Davis. Nobody confuses him with being a bigger superstar than Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia right now as it stands either, right? But if he was to fight and beat Canelo Alvarez, a fight he wanted since they was both at 154, a fight he wanted when they was both at 160 pounds as both middleweights, right? They both wanted that fight when they was at 160 pounds. At least Jermall Charlo did. And now you have the opportunity to finally get the Canelo a fight, to finally make a big dent in your career, to make a statement, right? Because he's 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. So he's 4 to 5 inches taller than Canelo Alvarez. He has a 4-inch of arm reach advantage. He has a great jab. He's very, very durable. He's sturdy, right? He has all the tools to be successful and beat Canelo Alvarez, right? Where he can beat Canelo Alvarez, and then imagine if he beats Canelo Alvarez, that could possibly turn him into being a mega superstar, right? So he has the opportunity at his fingertips. But if you are in this type of state, in this type of mental state and physical state, right? Because if you are drinking, right, you're doing your body a disservice as a professional athlete, right? And you're definitely doing your body a disservice as a boxer because you got to cut a lot of weight, and it's a lot of water weight, but you got to be in your right mental state, okay? So he has the opportunity to be in his right mental state, and he has the opportunity to, truly anoint, not just anoint himself, but to be anointed as one of the faces and the biggest superstar in Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Beating Canelo Alvarez would speak volumes for Jermall Charlo. And I'm sure it would be a rematch clause. So that would be enormous for Jermall Charlo if he can pull off that feat, right? And the money that he would make moving forward. But if he's falling back down the same rabbit hole, there's no way possible he's going to beat Canelo Alvarez because he's still in the same mental state, the same physical state. And Canelo Alvarez, he takes the sport of boxing absolutely serious, okay? He's not drinking, he's not partying, he's not doing any of those things that put his body in jeopardy as a professional athlete. And Canelo Alvarez lives in the gym. No boxing, no life is something that Canelo Alvarez 1,000% lives by. No boxing, no life, right? And Canelo Alvarez understands the task at hand. Now, what's interesting here is that if Jermall Charlo happens to pull out this fight again with Canelo Alvarez, because he seems to be in the running, in the lead. Now, Canelo Alvarez, he stated that he 1,000% is going to fight American in his next fight. Does he consider David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, who's Mexican Ecuadorian superstar, undefeated, 2-time WBC super middleweight champion? Does he consider him an American? Right? Does David Benavidez qualify as an American fighter, or he views him as a Mexican fighter, not American fighter? Jermall Charlo definitely qualifies. And so if Jermall Charlo pulls out, is Canelo Alvarez going to go the route of David Benavidez? Would he do that? And then when you look at it from this standpoint, is Jermall Charlo simply going to say, I'm not going to miss this opportunity again and just take the fight knowing he's not in the right physical and mental state to beat Canelo Alvarez and just look to get a paycheck. It's extremely sad. But that's all I got for y'all. Let's see how this unfolds and plays out. That's all I got for y'all, man. Here's the last. Let's listen to it one more time before we get on out of here.
Yeah, just, hey, throw me and my boy the bag and we straight, you know what I mean? Shit, how much you charging? This right here gonna get like this guy right here gonna take it up. I'm not Javante. I'm not Andre. I'm like it's bigger than that. You ain't, bro, I ain't asked for a whole bunch of money or nothing.
Sad, man. Peace.